Hey, welcome to Dad Bods and Touchdowns, a Bears victory podcast. Bears pull out one today, 24-20 against the G-Men. I honestly thought this game should have been a little better than what it was, as far as Bears should have made some separation and proved that they were the far better team. That wasn't the case. They trailed most of the game, did come back in the fourth quarter. And listen, this is the deal. I've been very critical of Caleb Williams through the podcast. Here it is, his fifth comeback victory. The Bears are now 6-3. He is the reason why they are 6-3. Bottom line, period. The defense is very lackluster. Before we get into it, just stats-wise, the Bears did manage to put up 391 yards total offense today. But the downside of that is they also gave up 430 yards of offense that our defense gave up. Listen, guys, besides Gardner Johnson, where is the big boom for our defense? Anybody want to help me out with this one? Either one.
The shutdown corners on IR. That's what I think a big problem is too.
Yeah, I would agree. Eric, what about Stevenson?
I didn't think he had one bad mess up. The other bad catch. I mean, it wasn't a bad catch. It was a really good thrown catch ball. Like there was nothing you could do in that situation. But yes, he does get blown up a few times. I will not say that.
But even with that one that was a good catch and a good throw, I mean, he was still trailing the receiver. I mean, this is the NFL. You can't trail. You got to blanket that receiver, and he's not doing that. And I think he's had some good games as a Bear. I'm not going to sit here and dog him for this game, but the problem is it just isn't this game. Last week, he got dog walked, as Justin would say, facing Cincinnati.
Toast.
Yeah, I mean, what do we need to
what
do?
corner doesn't get dog walked against those two receivers? Okay, let's be honest here. He's not. I've never said he's been a true number one corner. He is a solid number two. And I think, like Justin said, our number one is out with the injury, and then we got Gordon out as well. So I hope we can get healthy where our defense can somewhat keep the offense within. Letting 20 points on the Giants is kind of ridiculous, but I mean it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean this is the thing. We bring in Asante Samuels, we talk to him, and then he goes and visits some other teams. The guy still isn't signed. Why aren't we jumping on this guy who, to be quite honest with you, I believe is better than anybody we have at the corner position at this point in time? Why aren't we not jumping on that? I mean,
if he was that good, he would have been signed by now.
You think, or is he just asking it too much?
I don't know what I just think if he was ready to play, he would have been signed by now.
You don't think he's better than anything we have playing corner?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not very familiar with Samuels'
He's
career.
good. He's just injury prone, but he's very good when he plays.
I'm not I know of the name, but I'm not very familiar with this play, so I'm not going to pretend that I do know that. But I just don't know if he makes that big of a difference with all the injuries we have, and if he has injury concerns, then what is that going to do for us?
It would. Yes, you're right, but it would, if he say he's healthy 70% of the time they sign him this season, and they obviously wouldn't play right away, but they work him in, gets up to game shape, and they start slowly integrating them. Come playoff time or when they're in the hunt for the playoffs, that would make a big difference, especially with Jalen Johnson maybe living back, and especially Kyler Gordon coming back. That would help the secondary a lot because he is a good corner when he's playing. Like he can match up with a number one. He's not a shutdown completely, but he can match up with them and make them work.
All right, let's get into some of the game talk, guys. Obviously, we knew there was problems with defense. Offense, all right. Caleb Williams, 20 of 36, 220 yards, only a 6.1 yard average per catch, 83.1 quarterback rating. Listen, guys, this is the deal. I don't put his completion percentage on him today. A lot of drops. I know, Eric, you said you had a certain count. Obviously, DJ Moore dropped one in the end zone. You had Zacharias drop one in the end zone. Listen, if it wasn't for Caleb Williams, we don't win these games, and he's putting the ball where it needs to be at this point in time. If he doesn't make the scrambles he has, we don't win this game. You know what I mean? I'm kind of dumbfounded by the offense. I don't want to Listen, we won. I'm happy, but I want to see big victories at this point in time. The ugly wins are great. You learn how to win that way, but in the same return, we don't want to have a heart attack every time they play, do we?
I mean, like I've said, when it's in the fourth quarter, we see Caleb Williams locked in. We know he has ice in his veins. I still have hope for my team. It's not. It feels good to hear you finally like come
That's
to the
not what he was
realization.
asking.
Listen. Shush. Okay, it's nice to see you come to the realization that Caleb Williams is the truth. Okay, it's
I
just
don't
nice.
know if
I'm
he's the
sorry.
truth,
He's the truth. We
but
finally have a quarterback that
he
will
is a
win us
quarterback.
games in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yes, he is a quarterback.
But I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. It was at least 6 to 7 drops. And there were in like the broadcasters keep trying to give him excuses like, oh, you need to put it hits your hands. It should be caught. I'm sorry, you're in the NFL for a reason.
Greg Olson was pretty critical of the receivers during that game,
I mean,
giving Williams
yes
plenty
and
of
no.
props.
There were some points where he was.
I thought Greg Olson was probably the most fairest commentator when it came to Caleb Williams than I've heard. I mean, and that's just being truthful. I didn't hear him down talk him. I heard him talk about how the fact of being able to count on him late in the games, and this is another one that they had to do that. I listen, commentators. I can't complain about this week, and I won't. I thought that Greg Olson did a great job. Of course, Greg Olson drafted by the Bears, so I
little
mean,
bit of bias.
besides hating John Fox, I think Olson's been very fair, very fair. And the little bit of criticism he did throw, I thought was warranted. So
My thing is like, Chad, we talked about it before Eric was put his headphones on. Is why did it take 35 minutes, like you said, to get Loveland involved, who has sure hands? He catches it. Or Burden.
yeah, I
If
was.
if Zacchaeus is sucking, Benjamin put Burden in. They
Yeah.
play the same. They both play the slot. Put Burden in. If
Listen,
Rome drops
there's
it,
a reason why
put Burden in.
Zacchaeus. There's a reason why Zacchaeus has been a practice squad receiver, and I know that him and Williams developed a great relationship, wide receiver quarterback relationship during the preseason and offseason and that. But you can't develop a relationship and keep going to a guy who's going to drop the ball. And we talked about last week with Rome. I thought Rome was a lot better this week. Rome, I thought had a great game. 6 catches, 86 yards, 14.3 yard average,
One tutty.
and the one touchdown. I mean, him and Burden, I think, are definitely the future of our wide receiver core. I don't think Zacchaeus is. I think Loveland is. I think Cole Kmet still is there. Listen,
Oh, for
he had
sure.
some solid blocks today. I know we've harped on him about dropping balls and making mistakes, false starts. He's cleaned a lot of that up. And I realized last week he did not play because he was injured, but a couple games prior to that, he was cleaning that up. So overall, Ben Johnson's doing a great job with the offense. I don't think we can complain about that at all. Swift had a good game, 13 carries, 80 yards, 6.2 yard average. Monungai, 7 rushes for 28 yards, 4 yard average. Monungai, I don't know if it's because it's more of a rhythm running back, and maybe that's why he struggled a little bit more today. I will tell you this, guys. How'd you guys feel about that run for that first down that Swift had?
That was nice. That got me pumped. I was like, there you go. Way to break that tackle. Way to fight for it.
Break that tackle. He freaking flattened that dude. And then the other guy got to help clean him out too. So
yeah, I agree with you. I was going to say that, Chad, like, I think Kyle needs to have more than 7 carries to establish his rhythm 100%. You took the words out of my mouth, because I don't think he's a bruiser. He has to, soften off the defense. So I think they need to give him at least 10 to 15 runs a game,
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think that you could see that actually they panned over to him while he's on the sideline with his jacket on, and you can just see him kind of just sitting there, like, get me back in kind of thing. And they talked about Ben Johnson saying it takes a season for these guys to kind of jump into the fact of how that run game works. And I'm sure part of that is being able to jump in and out as needed, and sometimes maybe sitting on that sideline for a possession, so that way you come back in fresh again. But I don't think that works for him. I think that he's more of the kind of guy, feed me and I'll keep going. And unfortunately, we didn't see that this week. I do have plenty of faith in him. I don't want to say that I don't. I think that he's a good power back. north-south. So excited to see what comes next week. So, Justin, how do you feel about Monungai's performance this week?
But like, I think they should just go with him. Honestly, he runs better than Swift in my opinion. Overall, throughout the whole season, Swift had a good day today, but overall, Monungai's looked better. But when he's had the load, he's looked better. And Swift, I think, is a better change of pace back. So I think I think Swift would be able to more naturally come in, take a screen for 20, 30 yards, or break those long runs because Swift is good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it would be better if the roles were reversed for the Bears offense. That's just me though, going off of what
Right.
we've seen today.
No, absolutely.
I also
Go ahead, Derek.
Oh, sorry. I also don't think Ben Johnson had the best game calling plays. Personally, I didn't like a lot of the third down calls and like the fourth down calls that he tried to convert. I think there was better ways to do that, personally. And also, I mean, how many times did we see Caleb scramble? They should at least had like 5 sacks on him, and he was able to break out of all of those.
Right. No, absolutely. Speaking of fourth down, you brought it up. We were 1 for 4 on fourth down conversions. I realize today's NFL is definitely, if it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and you're around midfield, that you're going for it. And that's the way the NFL works today for a lot of teams. But when do you start to look to go back a little bit? I mean, at one point in time, we were 0-3 on fourth downs. We went for it on fourth down because we had to at that point in time when Swift made it. And Swift, like I said, what an outstanding run. We couldn't ask for a better back at that point in time. But when do we pull back the reins a little bit, guys, on that?
I like the fourth down. I go for it. I'm not gonna change that. I like that about him. It's just giving a better call or using the strengths of your players. Because Swift has never been that kind of power back where you see him do that kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of new for him, at least as the 2 years he's been with us personally. But I would have used Monangai over Swift in those situations.
Also,
I would agree.
could it be because the defense is so lackluster that they feel more safe going for it in fourth down and like a 4th and 4 situation to get the first and keep the offense on the field because the defense is so lackluster and inconsistent?
Yeah, that's very a lack of trust in our defense. I'm sure has to weigh somewhat on Ben Johnson's mind. I do have a very good question though to ask both of you guys. Interested in what you guys think. I think I already know Eric's answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If Jackson Dart does not sustain that concussion, do we still win this game?
I don't think so. They went very stagnant after Jackson Dart got hurt.
Yeah,
They couldn't stop Dart.
Yeah. What do you think, Eric?
I once I saw Russell Wilson, I knew we had the win.
Yeah.
It would have been a closer game, but when I also saw their head coach kicking a ball on 4th and half an inch, I was like, this dude wants to lose this game. He doesn't care about his job. Like, even after Greg Olson said that, I'm like, what are you doing? You'd rather be up by 3 or 10 than 14? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me, mathematically speaking. And just there's a lot of things that are going to change in New York here in once the season's over, I think.
This is my take because Eric refused to answer the question whether they would have won or not if Jackson Dart was in there.
I said it would have been a closer game. Would
the Bears have pulled this victory out?
Yes.
I have to disagree with you, Eric. First and foremost, when it comes to that field goal that he kicked down there, I think that he made that call based upon what happened in Denver. I think that he felt that he needed points on the board. And if he didn't get if he went down there and didn't get any points, listen, this is the deal. Caleb Williams showed today that it doesn't matter where you put him on the field. We've seen it all season so far. In the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive, no matter where you put him, he's going to take you down the field, right? I mean, and he's done it several times. So why would you take that chance of going at it on fourth down at the half-yard line and not get it and then start having remnants of how you lost against Denver by making poor decisions? You know what I mean? You got to listen, the NFL was built on you never take points off the board. So if you can get points, guaranteed points, by kicking that field goal, you're putting points on the board. There's no guarantee that you're getting that touchdown on the half-yard marker on fourth down. There's no guarantee. you got a better chance of putting points on the board, kicking it. I know mathematically, Eric, what you said, but I agree with Dable's call on that. And I know they lost, and people are going to say, hey, if they watch this, hey, that's why they lost. No, they lost because they're the Giants and they're the second coming of the Browns, just with a better quarterback. So, but that's just my take. I don't think, to go back to it and get off my rant, I think that if Jackson Dart's playing this game completely, we don't win this game. I think on that fourth down, you probably would have seen him use his legs, and he beat us pretty bad today on the ground.
Yeah, he definitely owned us on the ground. He had a few really long runs, which were kind of hurt me watching him do that, because I'm like, can we tackle that guy? And we finally did, and it was nice to see that we caused a fumble. Another good play by
Gardner Johnson, baby.
Gardner Johnson. So it's just tough to see when we get gashed like that, though.
Right. What's the biggest question you have coming out of this game, Eric?
Can Ben Johnson learn how to use his offensive personnel, like you guys said, with tight end usage, with rookie receiver usage, with our running backs? I mean, we can have a really good offense once we can establish those key factors as far as who will get the ball in what situation, and so on.
Right. Justin, what's the biggest question you think you've got coming out of this game?
Defense. It's questionable what's going on with the defense. Same defense as last year, with supposed to be a good defensive mind. And
yeah, no, I agree with both of you guys. I think Ben Johnson's play calling, we already mentioned that, was a little suspect today. We mentioned it last week. He's a new head coach. I think he's going to make some mistakes, and I'll buy into that only because I believe in Ben Johnson. I believe in Caleb Williams, and I believe in the direction that this team's going offensively. I know somebody asked in our chat about switching coaches for the defense, maybe a different D coordinator going into next year. I don't think that's the answer. I think that we focus too much on making it right on the offensive side of the ball, and we did a great job in the offseason. When I say we, I mean Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson did a great job. I think that we need to do a better job, though, as doing what we need to do for the defense, and we didn't do that in the offseason.
They tried to sign the dude from the Colts who had a good year, and now he's stagnant this year. Sweat's been MIA since we gave him the payday.
He had 1.5 sacks. He kind of
yeah. Sweat was good today. What do you think of
you
Gardner
called it
Johnson?
Though? Who?
What do you guys think of Gardner Johnson since the two games he's played?
Good pickup for the Bears.
Like I said, as long as he keeps his head on right, I think it's great. We could extend him and Byard, honestly.
The meanness the Bears needed.
Yeah.
So think of it this way, guys. Since he's joined the Bears, he's got 15 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble in 2 games. He is probably our best defensive player at this point in time. Would you guys agree?
Oh, it's yes, 100%.
Yeah, he's showing up. He's bringing that attitude that we needed.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what direction the Bears go going into next week. We got the Vikings, who lost to the Ravens, and JJ McCarthy's back, and we were beating them pretty good the first game of the year, Monday Night Football. How do we recover and come back and treat them like they did us?
We got to punch them in the mouth and run the ball down their throats and control the clock, and hopefully, not let JJ still show up in the fourth quarter like last time.
Hey, Justin, do you think JJ McCarthy is going to have a career day against the Bears next week?
No, I don't. He's bad.
Did you just say he's bad?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's not going to have a career day. It's still hard to say, guaranteed the Bears are going to win because it's the Bears. And let's be honest, the Bears tend to fuck shit up when it matters. But
the Bears bear.
Like Eric said, run game, if they can control the clock, I think the Bears have a good opportunity next week.
Yeah, I mean, but they played the Ravens, which the Ravens defense is better than the Bears. Would we agree upon that? Isn't that fair? That's a fair statement.
I mean, that's because they build their team right. They add pass rushers where they need to.
Well, JJ had 248 yards today. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Okay.
What does he do with our secondary?
Bad stats there, Chad.
No, that's the truth. That's what he had today.
Yeah, those are bad stats. That's what I'm saying.
248 yards?
Yes, 2 interceptions. What?
Could
Do you
you do
think
me a
2
favor?
interceptions is
One
good?
of those interceptions wasn't his fault. JJ tripped, and it was only the DB there. So like,
So,
I
there
get
you
it.
go.
It just that's the other interception was his fault, but the first one was not his fault, and because I seen it on red zone.
The Ravens have corners. We don't. So, I mean,
Yeah.
what, we're going to hope that Baird gets back there and can pick off everybody at the safety position?
I mean, we do need we have 2 players, 3 players actually with more than 2 interceptions. So I'm sure we can pick them off, Chad. We'll be all right.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not as comfortable about it as you are, but that's okay. That I'll be fine with that one.
He's going to end up getting hurt again. He runs the ball. He threw the ball 42 times. You can't do everything for that offense, Chad. I'm sorry.
He did run the ball today 5 times for 48 yards.
I'm just saying it's
So-
not going to be sustainable with this injury history. That's all I'm saying.
So, are you predicting that the Bears will be 7-3 after next week?
Yes.
Justin, will the Bears be 7-3 after next week?
I'm not giving my prediction. It's too early to tell.
Both teams have finished their games. All right. I just thought it'd be interesting to get you guys' take on what the expectation
I
would
want to
be
say yes,
going into
but
next week.
Bears find a way to bear always, no matter what. Even if they have a good game,
You
they
can't
still find
say
a way to
that. You
fucking
can't say that. Literally, we've won 4 close games that we would have lost last year.
No, I
Yeah,
agree with
we
you
would
on
have.
that. But
Do you
but today we
still
played a
not-
game
I
we
still
should
don't
have.
trust him fully.
And today
That's
we played a game that we won that was closer than what it should have been.
No,
I mean, we should've been
100%.
up
We
four.
let
Should've
them.
been.
We let
Yeah.
them. We couldn't score when we needed to, but I mean,
We should have been up
I'm
14
hoping
to
as long as
0.
we keep it close. Well,
We
yeah.
should have been up 14-0 at one point in time, and we weren't. So, all right, Justin, what you got in closing for this great day, a Bears victory day?
Fucking Williams can scramble and put the team on his back when it matters because the receivers dropped it. So clean that up, and the Bears might be a threat. But I'm still here watching because the Bears find a way to bear.
All right, Eric, what do you got to close it up?
You know, I'm happy that we were able to win. You know, it's frustrating to be in our group chat because both of you guys are haters.
I'm the
what
biggest
else?
fucking hater.
What else do I? Oh yeah, the Rams are beating the 49ers right now, 7-0. They're about to score again.
Yeah, they bust an ass.
The Cardinals are getting whipped. Okay, that's beside the point. We appreciate everybody. You know, we'll continue to push out Bears talk and sports talk. Chad is an old man, so don't listen to his terrible jokes. Justin's a hater because he doesn't get laid because his woman's out of town. What else? Yeah, love everybody. There you go.
All right, and our group chat consists of: this is embarrassing, Brisker is trash, our defense is trash. Those are not full statements. I mean, those are very, very
I'm
accurate
trying to
statements.
concentrate on the game, and you guys are fucking talking shit, okay? I need to concentrate and focus on what's happening.
I think one of my other texts was, I've never seen so many fucking balls dropped in a game. Those are accurate statements. I mean, but anyway, we appreciate you watching. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. Be kind to each other. We're out. Peace.